All right, today's project is going to be installing an approach camera on my car. Definitely looking forward to using this when out on the trails. So I picked this camera up off of Amazon for probably about $15, and so far I'm really impressed with it. What I really like is that it includes multiple ways to mount it. I'm putting on a bracket right now, which I ended up using, but it also comes with a hole saw, so you can drill into a bumper, fender, wherever you're going to mount it to give a real clean install. And let's be honest, is it really me working on the car if I'm not pulling a bumper off or drilling holes or doing something? Luckily, everything is held together with zip ties, and it all comes apart very easily. There are a couple options for mounting this bracket. I went with just using double-sided tape, so I made sure that both surfaces were very clean because I don't want this thing coming off at any point. So a little bit of brake clean, got all the dirt and grime off. The next step in this process is routing the cable and getting the camera mounted. So here I am just sending it through the grill, getting the placement. I'm going to pull the tape off and get it stuck on there. With this, I decided to use a little bit of shrink wrap over top of the connection to try to get a little bit of waterproofing because obviously I like going through water. Doing the same thing here with the extension cable, just some more shrink wrap. You can never have enough waterproofing. I decided to use my 6-gang switch panel to power the camera. So here I am just running it right into the main junction box, and then inside the car I've got the switch, and I put the little camera sticker on it so everybody knows which button operates the camera. While my car might be muddy and dirty, I do try to keep my cables routed as cleanly as possible, so I end up using a lot of zip ties, a lot of loom. So I'm just running this cable along the existing cables, and eventually we'll send it through the Firewall. So as you can see here, I have a few things already running through the Firewall right at the main wiring harness. I just pushed it aside and fished it right through. I'm probably going to add a little bit of loom or some tape or something around the cables just to make sure that nothing gets chafed. And one of my favorite parts of any kind of modification on my car is crawling in the footwell of the driver's sides. Next, I have to remove the head unit. It's a pretty simple procedure. You pull off the vents up top and unhook the hazard button. After that, you're going to pull off this trim piece down underneath the HVAC controls. They can kind of be a bit of a pain, and you feel like you're going to snap it off, but hopefully it doesn't happen. After that, you will then unscrew 2 screws under the HVAC control and pop that out. My aftermarket head unit has a piece that goes around, and then you have the head unit itself. The head unit is held in with 4 screws, and there you go. The head unit has come out. The front camera then will plug into a port on the back side of the head unit. And now that I have everything hooked up, I'll go over to my switch panel, turn on the power to the camera, hit the button on the head unit, and voila, we have a front-facing camera. So here is the final camera installation. Very happy with how it turned out, nice and clean. Gives a really good picture. Thanks all for watching, and stay tuned for more DIY videos. Hey everybody, just wanted to take a second to introduce myself. My name is Jim. I'm one of the founders of Off-Road Roos, as well as the owner and driver of the Little Ruby Subi. You can find me on Instagram at Little Ruby Subi, TikTok Little Ruby Subi, YouTube at the Off-Road Roos channel. I'm also one of the gearheads for Subi Crew, so I will be focusing on DIY builds, technical information, any way to build up your rig to be the best rig possible. So feel free to reach out to me, send me a message, hit me up, and look forward to helping you guys build some awesome rigs.